think it's this one, chat? Or is it this one? They're the same. Okay. Anybody here? Whoa! Oh my god! Oh, are the redeems working, by the way? Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa, what is this? Blue fire? Hold up, wait a minute. Blue fire?
Seekers of redemption. You were chosen. Thrown together by forces.
No way, chat. You can fly in this game. No way. Wait, you can fly? Ain't no way. You can fly in this game now. No way. Wind power. Is that a whip? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. A backflip? Oh my gosh. Sky's all purple.
Tragedy must be averted.
Oh my god, Jet. Oh my god, it's happening.
And for that,
oh my
I
god.
need your help.
Is it lagging again? Oh my gosh. Hello? Is it still lagging? Chat, you can fly in this game.
Stand tall. The night is far from over.
You can fly in this game. Oh my goodness. It was like a whip and everything. There's like wind power. New bosses, new bosses. Oh my god, what is that? Chicken!
Any and all who dare approach.
What is that? Meditation? Chad, it's a whip! I need that
Band
weapon.
together and prepare to claim.
Oh my god, you can fly in this game, Chad. Ain't no way you can fly now. You can totally fly now.
Of the Night Lord.
I am so excited for this game. Anybody excited for this game? No way. No way. Wait, is this the same? We played it. I want to click on it, but I don't know, chat. Somebody's played it. Should we click on it? Would it be spoilers? Somebody played it. Huh? We played 6 hours of Elden Ring Nightreign. I want to look at it so bad, but I don't want to ruin you and spoil it. You can fly in this game. There's ain't no way. Hi, Lovey. Yeah, we're gonna beat him today. I plan on being the Fire Giant, Melania, and Godskin duel today, at least. Yeah, you guys getting it? Look at that. Oh my gosh. I also have the Urge Tree too. I wanna click it. I don't know. I wanna click on it. Who is that? Maybe let's look at it a
It
little
reaches
bit.
its smallest diameter at the end of the day, a major boss fight is triggered. Like the rest of Nightraign's enemies, these end-of-day bosses are always
Wait, this
randomized.
is a narrative?
From the discovery of sprawling
Okay, it's narrative, not
subterranean other
gameplay.
worlds to the startling second phases that completely turn the tables in so many of its boss fights,
We're done.
2022's Elden Ring was a mesmerizing action RPG adventure
so
that
beautiful.
surprised players at every turn. Now, more than 2 years later, it appears that developer From Software isn't done with pulling the rug out from under the feet of its fan base just yet. With the surprise
that?
reveal of Elden Ring Nightreign,
Who's that
a standalone
talking?
co-op spin-off that takes the cautious dungeon crawls of Elden Ring and turbocharges them into propulsive slash and dash speedruns. After spending some 6
Speedruns.
hours of hands-on time with this bold new spin on From Software's own Souls-like formula, I can confirm that Nightreign is shaping up to be something truly unique.
Why?
If Elden Ring
Why
was
is
one
it
of
unique?
2022's biggest chart-topping hits, then Nightreign would appear to be its dance floor-filling remix. Chopped
Dance
up,
floor?
intensified in beats per minute, and designed to both excite fans of the original
Wait,
and
music
broaden its
game?
appeal to the masses. Now, unfortunately, because it was such an early build of the game that I played, I wasn't able to capture any footage, even though it was running great on PlayStation 5. So I apologize for the generic footage I'll be using
so
here and also
excited.
for my generic face.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, here's how Nightreign breaks down. Imagine stepping back into
Is
the
it like a
opening area
music
from
game?
the original game, only nothing in the landscape seems to be where you remember it. Also, there are 3 of you now, and everything seems to be happening at a much higher tempo. That's Nightreign in a nutshell. You squad up
3
with 2 other
people?
players at the start of each round, get dropped into a densely packed alternate reality chunk of Limgrave that has both its enemy types and structures randomly shuffled around at the beginning of each session, and it's up to you and your squad mates to build up from your lowly level 1 character's status as fast as possible by harvesting runes and earning Destiny-style loot drops as you slash
So
and
like a
dash through every
speed
enemy-filled
run.
camp that you
Oh
come
my
across. So, what's the big rush? Well, each session
at
of
this.
Nightreign is structured
Oh
as
my
a
gosh, this is
3-day
the best part.
cycle,
You can
with
fly.
each in-game day taking about 15 minutes to complete.
You can actually
At the start
fly.
of the first day, you can pretty
Giant
much pick any
spiders
direction
now.
to plot your whirling path of destruction along, but as day approaches night, the space you can operate in narrows, and you're liable to be killed by acid-like rain should you find yourself caught for too long beyond the perimeter of the rapidly shrinking circle on
Acid
the map,
rain?
known as the Ring of Rain. In that regard, Nightreign is a
Whoa,
bit
the
like
map looks
Fortnite,
different.
only with more medieval forts and knights and considerably less TikTok dances. Once the Ring of Rain reaches its smallest
TikTok
diameter
in
at the end of the
Fortnite?
day, a major boss fight is triggered. Like the rest of Nightreign's enemies, these end-of-day bosses are always randomized,
watch
and
a
during
lot
my
of
repeat
TikTok.
runs, I experienced
I
clashes
used
with
to.
familiar returning foes like a draconian tree sentinel, as well as some brand new nasties like the centipede, a towering, twisting swarm of disgusting limbs, prone to detaching its body parts in an attempt to divide
Ew.
itself and conquer my crew. With the day 1 boss dealt with, day 2
Ew.
begins and the Ring of Rain rescinds, allowing your squad to take a breath, regroup, and then resume
human
ransacking the map
centipede.
for upgrades in preparation for the more challenging foes to come at the end of days 2 and 3.
Wait, we're
It's
fighting
a
the
structure
same
that
boss,
allows for a
but
gradual
together?
build of tension
For
before a
Ring.
palpable sense of accomplishment and release with
That
each
is so
boss
true.
felled. Over time, my squad mates and I became a well-oiled machine as far
Guys,
as getting
the
the
funny
balance right
heads.
between beelining for churches to snatch up valuable HP flasks and taking down the more major overworld enemies
Dragon
like
fights are
dragons and
always so
hippos
fun.
in order to get maximum XP boosts for
I
buck
beat that
before
guy
the map
first
was cast
time.
back into darkness. We were also able to eventually settle upon the best combination of heroes for our group. You see, Nightreign doesn't feature the lengthy list of generic character classes that the original Elden Ring did, and players won't have to Google the difference between vague-sounding archetypes like the Prisoner and
this like
Wretch
Power World,
when they first hop
where everyone
into play.
joins and level up
Instead,
on their
Nightreign
own?
offers 8 different heroes to choose from, each with very clearly identified strengths and weaknesses,
G'day,
in order to
Zaki.
make it as easy to jump
Are you
into
okay?
as possible. 4 were playable in the preview build. Wilder is an all-rounder hero
This is-
type with a good balance
this is
between
like
speed
Power
and attack
World?
power. Guardian is a burly tank type with heavy attacks and increased damage resistance.
Whoa.
Duchess is a nimble type with fast attacks and a killer
New
quick step
classes.
ability. And Recluse
Duchess.
is a mage type with ranged magical attacks. Additionally, each character features a unique skill and ultimate attack
Who's a
that both
healer?
operate
I
on
wanna play
cooldown
healer.
timers. Wilder is able to use his hookshot skill to either reel in smaller enemies like Scorpion in Mortal Kombat, or to
Whoa.
quickly zip past the swinging arms of a major boss in order to sneak a few strikes in from behind. Guardian is able to conjure up a mini tornado to knock
kinda like
swarms of enemies
Guardian.
off their feet,
Kinda like
while Recluse
Guardian.
can put a marker on an enemy so that every time that enemy is attacked, the damage is siphoned into boosts for her own
Don't you mean
HP.
Power? Oh.
These unique abilities are
Then
all
how are they gonna
extremely
level
useful
up
in their
together?
own right, but finding ways to combine them with the special moves of your squad mates is
Gonna
key to
be
surviving
Guardian?
Nightreign's toughest enemy encounters. One strategy that my squad grew to rely on quite heavily was to unleash a damaging ultimate attack on an enemy such as Guardian's swooping dive bomb,
can
then
fly,
immediately follow it
yeah.
up with Duchess's
I
restage
can't get
skill,
over that.
which basically creates an instant replay of
New
the last attack
monsters and
landed
bosses,
and allows you
new
to double the
weapons.
total amount of damage inflicted. It's in finding killer
New
combinations
classes.
of moves such as these that the co-op focus of
Multiplayer.
Nightreign really shines.
Whoa.
And after multiple failed attempts, my squad was finally able to progress through to the third day of the cycle, which climaxed in a fight against a snarling, Cerberus-like beast
Oh
called
my god, look at that
Gladius,
boss.
which forced my team to coordinate and queue up
That's a
skills
boss
and
right
ultimate
there.
attacks with painstaking precision in order to overcome it. Gladius is just the first of 8 major
3 of
bosses to
them.
take down in Nightreign, each with their
Wait,
own
you can only
3-day
play with 2
cycle
other
leading
people.
up to them. In addition to the randomization of enemy types and structures,
Tonight.
further wrinkles will be
These
introduced
are
into
the
each
raid.
boss cycle, such as
Oh,
live
yes, look at
volcanoes
me.
and forests full of
We're
rot,
watching DLC
in an effort
for
to
the
prevent
first
the
time.
landscape from ever growing too
Well,
predictable.
not DLC, but
That's
the
along
new
with
one that's
random events
coming
like
out.
meteor
How's your
strikes,
Steam?
swarms of giant ants to fend off, and the surprise invasion of powerful tormentors like Margit the Fell Omen in an attempt to impede your progress.
Oh, same
In
bosses
addition to the
and new
approachability of
bosses
its
as
roster
well.
of playable characters, Nightreign has
Hey,
polished up a
Remi.
lot
Hi,
of Elden
how
Ring's
was
more
it?
abrasive edges to make it a far more friction-free
I'm
experience.
so addicted to this
A new
game
wall
now.
jump move allows you to quickly hop up and over steep sections of the terrain,
Keep playing
while the
this game.
removal of
What
any
is
fall
this?
damage means you can lunge off cliffs or down dark holes without pausing to study your surroundings for safe
Great
platforms.
Gonchi right
You only
here.
need to
That's
walk
so
near
cute.
a site of grace to top up your
Hi,
health and
Tonight.
flasks. And if you want to spend some runes to level up, you just button mash through pages of auto leveling that best suits the base traits of your chosen character, rather than having to agonize over whether you should allocate a point to faith or dexterity, for example. It all gives each session the feeling of being shuttled along in an intense speed run, and you can get
So
around
it's a
even
speed
faster
run
by using
multiplayer
spectral
game.
hawks to vault across great distances of the map.
Oh my
Death
god.
is not necessarily the end in Nightreign
Are you sure it's not
either.
Power World? Come
If you
on.
find yourself down, you have a
Not
near-death
like-
meter that appears
it's
above
like
you, and your squad mates must attack
defeating
you while you crawl along the ground until the
monsters.
meter is reduced and you can return to the fray. It may sound slightly odd to basically kick a friend while they're down, but it's a system
How
that
to
works
win?
quite
Just button
well.
smash.
Particularly since you can use ranged attacks like magic or
Whoa, yeah,
crossbows
like
to
some kind of
revive a
chain.
down squad mate from a distance without the risk of putting yourself in harm's way. Should all 3 of you be
Hi,
wiped out
guys,
at
it's
once, it's the
cute.
end of the session, and you must
It is,
restart
right?
day 1
Wait,
with
were you
everyone
playing
back
Elden
at
Ring?
level 1. So you need to stay on your
you
toes
gonna
in
get
order to
this
keep the
game?
rest of your squad on their feet whenever
I'm still gonna
possible.
get this game.
While there's
Anybody
no doubt
getting
that
this
elements
game?
of it are inspired by the likes of Destiny and Diablo 4, it
I
needs
played
to be said
Destiny
that Elden Ring
before, but
Nightreign
not
is
Diablo.
not a live service game. Once you buy it, you get
Live
access to the
service
complete
game.
package, and there are no battle passes or
Oh my
microtransactions
god,
to
look at that
contend
tat.
with. It
Standing
can also
on
be
top of
played
a
in
dragon.
single player should you wish to
Jesus,
stay
that's
offline,
crazy.
with enemy health pools that scale down so that
Cinema.
it's not too overwhelming for
Absolute
solo
cinema.
players. Although, curiously, there are currently no plans to allow players to play in pairs. As someone who has sunk hundreds of hours into Elden Ring, both in the original 2022 game and this year's Shadow of the Erdtree DLC, I can
I wanna say
confidently
that.
say that From
Erdtree.
Software is onto something truly spectacular with Nightreign. Cutting throats at breakneck speed with a pair of friends in tow has been a consistently exhilarating experience so far, and especially gratifying
so
when you work
getting
together
it.
to topple its toughest bosses using each character's special abilities in tandem. Assuming the developers can throw enough randomized elements
That's
to keep
such a
each
reason,
3-day
right?
assault feeling fresh,
Definitely gonna
then
get
Elden
it.
Ring Nightreign could well provide an exciting change of pace for existing fans and an enticingly accessible entry point for newcomers when it launches sometime in 2025. So, what do you think? Are you excited for Elden Ring Nightreign, or do you prefer things slow and steady rather than rough and ready? Let me know in the comments
I am
below,
so
and be sure to
excited.
read my full impressions and get your fix for all things Elden Ring Nightreign on IGN.
I like how he keeps the same
Band
expression
together
as he
and prepare to
explains it.
claim.
Like, bro, I'm like super excited over here.
The life of the Night Lord.
The Night Lord, not Elden Lord anymore, the Night Lord. I don't know why it's so boring, but I feel like we're gonna like, we might like spoil it. Cool. Oh my gosh. The Night Lord. Oh my god. I wish I had plans to play with. Yeah, same here. Who would I even play with? Interesting though. Though we will be getting to Monster Hunter after Elden Ring, so I might ask some friends to play with Monster Hunter and probably play with viewers too if you guys want to join in. But as far as like the Elden Ring Nightreign, I think it's pretty interesting.
Hey guys, it's Paradise, and in a crazy
Alright. Let's continue our game yet. Or should we watch it? Yeah, I don't want any more spoilers though. I don't want any more spoilers. Yeah, let me just turn this up. I'm so gonna get it, chat. Are you guys gonna get it too?